Sheryl Swoopes and Asia Wilson. Oh my goodness. The press tour has officially took off run.
Instant regret hits Sheryl Swoopes. After pushing race narrative at Nike event, Sheryl Swoopes and Asia Wilson. Oh my goodness. The press tour has officially kicked off.
That's right. Everybody who laid the foundation for you. That's right. You did nothing, Asia. You did absolutely nothing.
A.A. Wilson just dropped a huge bombshell, and it's not about her new Nike shoe. It's the fact that she's been holding on to this massive secret for 2 years, while Caitlin Clark was getting dragged through the mud.
Got Asia Wilson talking about, oh, I've been waiting 2 years for this. Wait, 2 years for this? 2 years for this, 2025, 2023, CC's announced in 2024, delayed, not denied in 2024, backlash all 2024. I've been waiting 2 years for this, and then we got Sheryl Swoopes dead.
And wait until you hear who else is involved. You might think, oh, it's just clever marketing, right? Well, wrong.
Asia Wilson had to keep her Nike signature shoe a secret from her parents for almost 2 years. She showed them the A1 the day before the official reveal in their side.
This isn't just about shoes anymore. It's about something much bigger. We're about to break down why this could be the WNBA's biggest PR disaster ever. Everyone who laid the groundwork for this, yes, that's right, it's not about you, Asia. You really thought you knew everything about Aja Wilson? Well, get ready, because we're about to drop a bombshell that'll change everything you thought you knew about WNBA marketing. Let's rewind to 2 years ago. While everyone was focused on the court, A.A. Wilson was secretly planning something huge behind the scenes, her very own signature shoe. Can you believe it? 2 years of keeping that under wraps.
It's about damn time. It's about time my girl Asia got her shoe. You see all the empty arenas she's been playing in? You see all the 300,000 views that she's been getting in her games? It's about time.
Asia Wilson kept saying, I've been waiting 2 years for this. And yet, the reveal was delayed and finally announced in 2024, after some major backlash. She had to keep the secret from her own parents for almost 2 years.
So you knew about this for 2 years and we sat idly by while Caitlin Clark's announcement got ridiculed, chastised, excoriated, scorched by everybody, fans, media, old guard media, WNBA old guard, bringing racism into this thing. Oh yeah, Asia Wilson, you also bringing racism into this thing because I feel as a black woman, I need to work 10 times as hard to get 10 times the respect.
Only revealing the shoe to them the day before its official release. All while Caitlin Clark was getting ridiculed over her own Nike deal. Coincidence? I don't think so.
You see the needle that she consistently doesn't move? It's about time. You see all the engagements of people showing that they don't care? It's about time.
This wasn't just about unveiling a new sneaker. This was a calculated move. And here's where it gets interesting. Was it the big win that Nike hoped for?
Hey, folks, Sheryl Swoopes and Asia Wilson went up to Nike and held it up. Gangster. They went up to Nike and held that place up. Hey, I know she doesn't move the needle, but she's African American.
Let's break it down. Sure, A.A. Wilson now has her own shoe, but the numbers don't exactly paint a glowing picture. Her games aren't packing the stands. TV ratings barely touch 300,000 viewers.
Fine. Shut your mouth. She'll get a shoe. She doesn't move the needle. We're going to piss money down the drain doing this, but hey, it's Nike. And what do we do at Nike? We put on our white flag and we just virtue signal.
Now, I'm not saying she doesn't deserve a shoe, but let's be real. That's not exactly setting the world on fire. When A.A. finally revealed her shoe, she said, I showed them, and they were stunned. My dad was holding back tears. Emotional, right? But even though the moment was heartwarming, Caitlin Clark's deal was still dominating the headlines. People knew about A.A.'s shoe for 2 years and sat back as Clark faced backlash. Why?
There it is. Sheryl Swoopes couldn't help but embarrass herself. Oh man, it's just so hard. Cheryl, this is why I can't take you out in public. This is why I can't take you out in public. Can you just, folks, if you take me out in public, I'm not gonna be cursing up a storm.
Because A'ja Wilson felt like as a black woman, she had to work twice as hard for respect.
Nike, Adidas, I'll be on my best behavior, I promise. I won't be cursing up a storm. I will represent your company. I will make you guys look good, I promise. Sheryl Swoopes didn't get that memo.
But what's really going on here? Is this just clever marketing or something more strategic? Social media has been buzzing.
But she make it seem like Nike is doing like just the best thing ever by signing A'ja Wilson, and how A'ja Wilson is going to be the one to push the brand forward, and how A'ja Wilson's shoe is going to be like the top shoe ever. And it's just no mention of Caitlyn or any other athletes, which I understand it is an A'ja Wilson event, but you still got to pay homage to the roster that's on Nike, just like Nike did when they did the damn commercial.
Not in the way Nike had hoped. The chatter around Caitlin Clark's deal is overshadowing A'ja's big reveal. It's like watching a game where one player is scoring all the points, but the crowd is cheering for someone sitting on the bench.
So y'all can record this, you cannot record it, but the biggest thing I want everybody to hear me say right now, it's about fucking time.
Yeah.
That's right. You can bleep that if you want. But it is.
This whole situation has sparked a huge debate about identity politics in the WNBA.
And here we are, almost 30 years later, to have another black woman to have her own signature.
Some argue that AA's shoe deal is about more than just basketball. It's about race. Sheryl Swoopes and A'ja Wilson went to Nike, and it felt like they were pushing the brand's racial narrative.
It's actually much worse. Nike and A'ja watched the WNBA legacy media and the fans go ballistic on social media, and their first instinct, we can turn this into a marketing campaign. That's true.
The real question is, what's the real deal here? A.A. Wilson has a signature shoe, but Caitlin Clark, fresh to the pros, is already causing a stir.
We're just black. Here we go. There it is. It's one of the moments. Damn. Why come she just can't have her shoe? Why we gotta throw race? And you wonder why the W is racist. You wonder why. You wonder why. We're here still.
Nike's in the middle, trying to balance both sides. But are they scoring points or fouling? Out? Nike's been in this game before.
Of course I have a shoe. Everybody going off on A'ja Wilson. Caitlin's got a shoe. You don't have a shoe? Delayed, not denied. Caitlin's got a shoe. You don't have a shoe? Delayed, not denied. And then, yep, lo and behold, yeah, I have a shoe. I've known about it for a year, allegedly. And here we are.
They know that every new shoe drop isn't just about the athlete or the product. It's about making a statement. And this time, it turned into a conversation about race and social justice. You might be thinking, why does race have to be involved?
The first black woman. Damn. Why do it gotta be about race? Why come she just can't get her shoe? Now, this is one of the instances.
Why can't we just celebrate the talent and hard work of these athletes? Well, Sheryl Swoopes took it a step further. During the event, she grabbed the mic and completely shifted the focus away from basketball. She said,
A'ja Wilson double talking, and who would have thought out of all of this, Sydney Colson, old Sydney Colson tweets get brought back to life. It's alive like Frankenstein. And ooh, Indiana Fever fans, Caitlin Clark fans, some are not too happy.
This moment isn't just about A.A. Wilson. It's bigger than the two of us. And you know what? She started bringing up her own history with Nike, claiming that when she signed back in '97, there wasn't even a women's sports marketing department.
They are digging up Sydney Colson's old tweets. I mean, I might get a shoe before Asia Wilson at this rate, and people are not happy about it.
Now she's linking all that progress to Asia's achievement, trying to turn a simple shoe reveal into some kind of historic milestone. And here's the twist. Some WNBA players and commentators aren't having it. They're asking, why? Are we making this about race? Shouldn't we be celebrating Asia's skills and achievements?
What are we saying over here? This mofo really on my team, dog. I can't believe this weak-ass shit. I agree. I agree.
Some feel that this racial narrative is actually taking away from what should be a moment to celebrate A.A. Wilson's talent. Now we're seeing a pattern emerge. Every time Nike drops a new shoe, it seems like the focus shifts from the athlete's performance to a social statement.
I didn't cut slack when her agent said what her agent said. Again, folks, birds of a feather flock together. Do we forget this, that birds of a feather flock together? You are the sum of the 5 closest people to you. Do we forget this?
And some fans are starting to wonder, why can't we just focus on the game? They came for basketball, not a lecture on race and social justice.
Come on, why are we surprised? I was over here, I'm mad at the Sydney Colson signing because she's trash. I'm mad at the Sydney Colson signing because she's just not very good. But I mean, can we all get on the same page now? Now that we're digging up old tweets, can we all get on the same? This just wasn't a very good sign.
The WNBA needs to remember what made the sport so beloved in the first place: athleticism, skill, and the excitement of the game. Meanwhile, Asia's big reveal has caused a firestorm, but it's also sparked a lot of questions.
Sydney Colson, not good. But she was a champion. She was a champion. She was a champion. Okay, now that we've digging up some old tweets, I mean, I might get a shoe before Caitlin Clark, right? We got that.
Nike, Asia, and the WNBA are now at the center of a controversy that's about much more than just shoes. And as for Sheryl Swoopes, well, she's made this entire event about something far more complicated than just a product launch.
And in Sydney's defense, she didn't know that Asia Wilson already had a shoe for the past year. But now ask yourself this, would that really matter? We've seen the script all year long. Now that Sydney Colson's on her team, oh yeah, she suddenly didn't see the script. She suddenly didn't play along. Stop.
In the end, it's the fans who are losing out. They came to see basketball, not a political soapbox.
But something I will say is, shout out to Asia Wilson for getting her shoe. I'm not going to be a hater, bro, but something that stood out to me, I must say this, is none other than Sheryl Swoopes turning into a race narrative thing. Now, I am a black man, right? I don't want the world to be like people was giving black people handouts, because we need to all be equal. In the Constitution, we're all created equal. We don't need to be singling out race, bro. It's 2025. Why is we still singling out race?
If the WNBA doesn't figure out what really matters soon, they might lose their fan base entirely. Shout out to Asia Wilson for getting her shoe, though. But as much as this is about celebrating her, it's also about how the conversation's shifted. We're in 2025, and race narratives seem to be a constant part of the discussion. But shouldn't we be talking more about the skills of the players? It's time to get back to basics.